All right, hey, it's me, Beef, the sexiest man on the internet here, live from my 943-story fortress of death with government-level feline security, a.k.a. the cat. It's April. It's time to go live, as I said I would. I'm going to try to do one of these every month. For the most part, I'm just going to wing it, but I did actually take some notes this time. Look at that. Sexy notes. So at least I kind of will have a semi-semblance of where I'm at in case I forget anything. I know a lot of people start these videos waiting for people to join the group and invite and watch live. I'm not going to do that. I tried watching somebody else's Facebook Live video today, or at least a retaping of it, and like the first 4 minutes of it was the guy just waiting for people to get online. And after that, I had already kind of fucking checked out on what he was doing and talking about. So we're just going to go. If you miss something, you want to go back and watch it, this will get reposted to replay. So first off, I kind of wanted to address something that some people had brought up last time after I posted a video. I'm still in college right now. Just because my previous enrollments at Bowling Green State University and my quick stint at University of Hawaii Maui College, it didn't really totally work out in the end the way I wanted it to. I did manage to find an online alternative, which is working considerably better for me. It's much more affordable. I get to study when I want, when my brain's working a lot better, which is usually at night. I have time to do my homework. I have time to do my work, and I have time to do things like this. So overall, I'm a lot happier as a student. I'm a lot more successful, and I will be getting my bachelor's in computer science. The music business is a very fickle one, as I've learned in the past. I certainly wouldn't dump all my eggs in that basket at any point again. I mean, there's always a chance that I could make some money off of it at some point. But whether I make absolutely $0 with this band or I end up making $100,000 in 1 year off of the band, that could easily dry up the year afterward. It could never happen again, or it could never happen, period. I know better. I would definitely recommend anybody at this point in their life to, definitely consider a career outside of the music business, or at least other jobs, multiple jobs in the music business at the very least, as opposed to just dumping all your eggs into the touring band basket, because ultimately you're just going to end up making a lot of money for other people. What's up, Kyle? How you doing, bud? So that was my little college rant. I'm just going to do some quick bullshit here at the beginning of this video. I went and saw Septic Flesh with my brother-in-law back on March 6th. That was one of the most brutally evil fucking shows I've ever been to in my life. Septic Flesh, a lot of you probably don't know who they are. It's a Greek orchestral black metal band. They had some other bands open up for them that were just fucking evil, and they were like some straight up Satan worshiping bands. I'm not a Satanist myself, but they were 100% committed to the show. What's up, Liz? How you doing? I had nothing but a good time. My brother-in-law Scott had a great time as well. I got a dope T-shirt, and hopefully I get to go see more concerts like that in the future. I don't get to go out a whole lot, but when I do, I have a lot of fucking fun. WrestleMania was awesome this weekend. Saw WrestleMania. There was about 847 hours of wrestling on this weekend. I managed to catch most of it. What's up, Beach? How you doing, buddy? I'm not going to talk a lot about that because I know most of you probably aren't wrestling fans, so we'll just skip past that. It was a lot of fun. Weather's heating up. It's been real nice to open the windows. I actually got to go for a walk today. As you know, in the evening it's cooled off a little bit. Got my sweater on, closed the windows back up. I'm sure within a week there's going to be 7 inches of snow on the ground because this state is a fucking bipolar weather hellhole. So let's all just keep our fingers crossed the weather's going to stay nice. Last thing I wanted to jump onto before I start talking about the band stuff. Somebody mentioned in a comment last time I did one of these videos how great what it was that I was back in Bowling Green. It'd be nice to see him out in the clubs and stuff. The reality is I really don't go out a whole lot anymore. I know like the iNation 2 millionth anniversary is coming up or whatever. I'll probably show up for that, say hello to a few people, do some dancing, pop some face paint on just for good old times. But other than that, I mean, I really spend more time working on my personal projects, saving money, trying to keep this band together. I need to get back in shape. One of the reasons I really don't like to go out anymore is I really don't need to be drinking like I used to. In fact, I'm enjoying a cool old duels right now. I'm pretty much putting the beer down for an indefinite amount of time at the moment. Wouldn't consider myself an alcoholic. I mean, I'm not one of those people that needs to get up and drink in the mornings. I don't go to work drunk. I don't drink and drive. I've never gotten drunk and hit a family member or a girlfriend or anything like that. But I'm just getting too old for recovery days, being fat, feeling like shit. I need to get in better shape. One of the things I need to curb is my drinking. So we're going to do that, and we're going to commit to it. Hopefully it'll work out. Wish me the best. I don't think I really need to go to a meeting to admit that I drink too fucking much. I drink too fucking much. I'll say it right here. I'll say it Facebook Live. I drink way too much fucking beer. So we're going to cut it out for a while. On to the band stuff. I've been practicing with Zach and Chloe. I've featured them both in some of the little short videos I've been posting during band practices. We have a bass player lined up, but for reasons I'm really not comfortable discussing, because they're not my personal reasons, they're her personal reasons, she may or may not be able to play with us in the near future. So I don't want to fully commit to that at the moment. We're keeping our fingers crossed. The live guitarist I thought we were going to be playing with turned out isn't somebody we're going to be playing with, although they are allowing us to practice at their home, which is dope. We've got a really cool place to rehearse at. So we're still looking at a second guitar player. I'm actually playing and singing live at the same time right now, which is a great challenge for me. I've never done it before. So I'm becoming a better musician as a result. So having the full band was something I thought we had, but we still kind of don't. But we're still practicing. Chloe, Zach, and I are having great chemistry as a band right now. We're making great progress. It's slow but sure. We're in a situation where nobody's like coming out as an expert musician and, having to have the rest of us catch up with them. We're all kind of moving at the same pace, just learning the songs, having fun together. Nobody's really pressuring anybody to, get better faster. It's moving along very naturally. We were practicing Faithless for a couple weeks. We started practicing one of the songs off the first album 2 weeks ago, and that's coming together real nice. Everybody's melding well as musicians. We're having a lot of fun. And we're going to start writing new songs as a group. This was something that I talked about with the band tonight. I wanted to talk about it with them before I shared it with you guys. Previously, with music, I've written everything, and I've performed everything on the records. I've released them to the public. And then when the time came to have a live band, put together a show, I would find 3 or 4 of the most talented musicians I could know, or I could find. I mean, obviously I knew them, and just toss songs at them and be like, here, we're going to learn these. We've got like 6 weeks to learn them. Blah, 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 blah. Play my music. And then we go and play my music. I feel at this point in my life, I've changed priorities as far as what I want to do musically. And I want to learn to be a better team member as opposed to just being a dictator. So we're going to be writing songs as a group. I'm sharing with Zach and Chloe how I write songs, generally how songs are written in a general rock format, and we're going to build on those, and everybody's going to bring to the table what they can bring to the table, and we're going to see what happens. And I really think that we're going to come up with some great material. It's going to be a fresh approach to the way we've done things in the past, or the way I've done things in the past. And I can only see good things coming from it. I have a very positive outlook on the whole deal. And I really think you guys are going to be pleased with the way the band's turned out in about a year. As I've said before, this isn't a race to get back up on stage and start playing a million shows. This is more of a labor of love. I want to create a solid working band where we're all having a lot of fun. And then when we do play out live, we make it a big event. We get as many people out as possible. And we just show you what we can do. We just show you how much fun we've been having, how much we've grown, and we share with you our art and our talent to the best of our abilities. Moving on to the next topic, the 10-year anniversary of the first album is upon us. It was something I talked about in the previous video, and basically some of the things that I touched on are now being further discussed, and options are being considered what we want to do for this. So I'm proposing 2 questions to everybody who watches this video. Again, if you're not watching it live, I really don't fucking care as long as you watch it at some point. Though it is cool to see some of you live here. Appreciate it. Hello, everybody. Thinking about a re-release of the first album. And the big question that I have for you, and I am willing to take as much feedback as I can possibly get on this, is would you rather hear just a remastered re-release of the first album, or would you like to see a more polished re-recording of some of the tracks? I realize that going back and looking at things in retrospect, what I would call the first album before Everything Ends Forever, by what is now Neurobeef, would have been considered a demo by professional standards. There are a lot of things in it that maybe wouldn't be mixed the way you would want in a professional recording studio. Some of the tracks could have been recorded a little better. And I really think that with what I know now, and with a small budget put behind it, there could be a nice, more polished, better version of the songs. On the other hand, I realize that there's probably a bit of a nostalgia factor to it, and that maybe people would just want to hear a better mastered quality version of the original recordings, maybe have a hard copy, like a vinyl release. I saw a band that put out a cassette version of a song that had a download code with it, which I thought was really fucking cool. So you get the, I guess if you want to play it in a cassette deck or just put it up on your shelf, we could do something like that. But it's up in the air. It's not something that I've officially put the stamp on, like this is what we're going to do. I'd love to hear some feedback on that. I'd like to hear what everybody thinks about it. Do we remaster the original recordings, or do we go back and re-record the whole shebang and, give you a remake of the album that came out 10 years ago? The other thing I want to get everybody's opinion on is music videos. Chloe and I have been talking about wanting to put together some music videos for a few of the older songs in lieu of the 10-year anniversary. And we're both kind of on the same page with it, that we want to make some fun videos. We don't want to just do the band in the warehouse. I'm sure you've seen a million rock bands do it. We'd like to do something fun and creative, weird, just do some weird fucking videos. Nowadays you can make a music video for a very, 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 very low amount of money, as opposed to 20 years ago where, basically if you didn't have thousands of dollars, you'd have a turd sandwich on your hands. We can do this now. So the real question I'd have for anybody who is somewhat knowledgeable to the previous catalog, what kind of songs would you like to see us do videos for? If you've got a personal favorite, if you've got a personal 2 favorites, you've got one that you just thought would always have a good video for it. Or what I mean to say is if there's a song that you always thought deserved a good video, let us know. You can always message me on the page, throw something in the comments below here at some point, and let us know. Yeah, I'd love some feedback on that, and quicker we can get the ball rolling on it, the better, because making movies is fun. I've always loved doing it, and I'd love to get the cameras out and shoot some weird fucking music videos for Neurobeef. Next topic is going to be the video game, which is Beef Quest: The Rise of Dr. Bad. I did post some photos of it on the Neurobeef page about a week ago. If you haven't checked those out, you should really check those out. Those are in-game video shots, or stills, I should say. Well, thank you for the heart person. The game is going to be a retro original NES style game by the books. When I mean by the books, I mean like the original color palettes, the sound chip abilities, and whatnot that the original Nintendo supported to the best of my ability. There's going to be some things that obviously I cannot do 100% to a T, but I'm going to get as close to them as possible. The game is something I've been working on for a very long time. This isn't going to be shovelware. It's not just going to be something I shit out. There's been a lot of thought put into it. There have been a lot of iterations to it. I was planning on doing a more high-def version at one point. I began work on a 3D version at one point. And at the end of the day, the way that I felt best to convey the theme of the game and make the gameplay stand out as much as possible while being able to get a game out to you guys in a quick and orderly fashion was to do the original retro style of the game. So that's what we're going to do. My goal is to get that on Steam at some point. Stretch goals would be to, get it on some consoles and way far down the line. And believe me, it's actually not as impossible as it sounds to get it on an actual 8-bit NES cartridge that you can pop into an original Nintendo from 1986 and play with one of the little fucking Nintendo controllers. That's quite a lofty goal, but it is possible. It's not completely impossible. But first things first, I want to get the game put together, get out of Steam, and there's going to be hopefully a good video trailer coming out for it in the next couple weeks. There are a couple things I got to polish up. I don't want to reveal too much, so I've got to do some extra work to make sure that the early beginnings of the game are what you see. You get a good taste of what it's all about without spoiling the whole fucking project. I don't want to show you the whole map and, every single feature in the game because, you want to leave a little bit to the imagination. And, yes, please stay tuned on that. Actually, this video is not going to be as long as I thought it was going to be. I think I'm about wrapped up on it at the moment. The notes helped. I got fucking notes here. Thank you, notes. I'm definitely going to do that in the future because it was very helpful. Thanks for watching. Even if you're watching it later down the road, thank you. I always enjoy your feedback. Thank you for your attention. Please do me a favor, share this video with anybody who you think would be interested in the music or the game. That's the best I can ask for anybody. Just click that share button and get the word out about what I'm doing. I can't do it alone. There are some things I can do alone. I can lead the band. I can work on the game. But I can't spread the word all by myself. I'm not a one-man marketing army. So please, again, hit the share button. Stay tuned. Like the video. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the months to come, and I'll keep you updated on the progress of everything I'm doing right now. Later! Yeah, that wasn't as smooth as I was hoping to be.